and muscular, and her skin has been wrinkled and weather-worn by the harsh Chultan sun. When she speaks, however, you hear the crisp, proper accent of Ammon in her tone. Thank you for coming. To be clear, I have no ties to any faction. You've jointly hired me to oversee the exploration and selection of an area to create a stronghold within Chult that all factions may use. She stops for a moment to consult a map and flip through a leather-bound journal. 2 months ago, I sent scouting parties to do initial reconnaissance at 5 potential sites. Each group should have returned by now, yet none have. I need you to form a team of explorers, based on your skills and expertise, to travel to one of the 5 sites. When you arrive, determine the suitability of the area for a stronghold, and also determine the fate of the previous groups. When you finish, return with your report. If we are still waiting to hear word from other locations, you may be dispatched there as well. She smiles. Oh, and while you work for me, there must be no factional fighting. You work together, or you die alone in this jungle. Each of your faction leaders have already agreed to these terms. There is some more information. Do you have any questions for her?
As part of payment for this, will you give me a Prince Albert when we're done?
I know no one of that name.
How about some nipple piercings?
That is, I imagine you can talk to a number of barbers in the city that could perform that service for you. Why is this relevant to our mission?
I have a question.
Oh my goodness. Too many people talking. What is your question?
Will there be fighting?
Well, if I had to take a guess, considering that none of the previous exploration parties have returned, there may be danger. Yes, the jungle is a dangerous place. I'm sure you will find what you seek.
Good.
So, let me get this right. The faction's solution to the missing exploration parties is to send more exploration parties.
Yes, but you are more heavily armed. Previously, we just sent a few scouts to check out the area. Now we are sending enforcers.
Oh, okay.
I'm not an enforcer. I'm very gentile, and I'd rather peace and, we hug trees, not stab them.
Well, then you can draw the map.
We're going because we're the best of the best of the best.
Well, I didn't say that. That's who we send when you don't return.
Oh.
So we're the Expendables.
We are the Expendables, then.
You are the slightly more expensive, but not most expensive Expendables. For each of these locations that you report, I can offer a reward of 200 gold pieces per person.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Oh, that's much higher than my usual whoring rate.
Indeed. Additionally, I can provide 50 of that before each excursion, for what it's worth, although I imagine you have coin to purchase any supplies you might need.
If you've got spare healing potions, we would be amenable to those.
For each of these areas, I will send you to a faction representative who can brief you more and give you some equipment for the task. Perhaps one of them has something for you.
Sounds good.
So the first area, she lets you know. Actually, hold on. And also, if each of you don't already possess one, she gives you each an explorer's outfit, which is clothing designed for the hot, humid, rainy jungles of Chult. She also recommends you buy as much food as you can carry comfortably, as there are no places to provision yourselves in the jungle. However, I am not going to track food in this module, just to let you know, because that seems excessive.
Well, it's just wonderful. I look to the cleric. You've got great food and water, right?
No, I have none of that. What I do have are 7 days of trail rations.
So you all are having this conversation, and as you walk outside the building, you are called aside by humans standing outside the warehouse. I am Clevin Van Sharam. As you know, I work for the Lord's Alliance. I think I've met one of you before, and I understand you do as well, at least for today. I've been sent here to tell you the first location where a group of our own was sent a few months ago. You should know a member of that group is Irene Goldberth, an elf. She wears a jeweled medallion that was presented to her by the commander of Fort Belluarian, Liara Portier, and it holds great value to our faction. Assuming poor Irene has died, as is likely these few months on, you would gain much favor if you located her remains and returned the medallion to us.
And then resurrect her, right?
Well, such would be the case for members in good standing such as her, but the death curse, as I'm sure you have heard, has been quite vexing of late. We cannot erase her.
That is not a problem. I don't die.
Well, that is good to hear. Here is your 50 gold advance. He hands each of you a bag of coins and provides you with a map giving you the rough location of the first site.
I pick up the map and I'm reading the map upside down.
Can I see that, please?
Do you need a guide?
Sorry,
what was that?
I'm puzzled looking at the map, and as he helps, I gladly let go of the map.
Okay, so he sort of points out, like, see that mountain there? That corresponds to this triangle here. And he sort of gives you a little bit of a very simplified explanation of how to find it.
Perhaps maybe I should see the map because I'm accustomed to cities.
Well, unfortunately for you, this map is of no city. This is of the wilderness of Chult. It's easy enough to make your way out of the city. You do that quite handily. And I'm assuming that you all follow the instructions on this map. Is there anything
Indeed.
else you all would like to do while you're in the city of Port Nyanzaru?
There was someone said something about buying healing potions.
Since this is Adventurers League, you can all buy as many healing potions as you'd like, especially now that you have that 50 gold advance. That would be one healing potion.
I'll buy one.
Alright.
That is easy enough to do. There are many great bazaars and merchant stalls open at all hours of the day in Port Nyanzaru. What time of day would you all like to leave the city?
Early morning.
Ugh, that sounds like a horrible idea given the humidity in this place.
Early
I'm perfect.
morning.
This human would love to leave in the middle of the evening.
I don't think that's a good
because
idea.
traveling at night is in the middle of the jungle is a much better idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
My vision is actually just as good at night as it is during the day.
Perhaps there will be fog during the night.
Let's see. So this first location is, let's see, it is a large, mysterious clearing in the jungle near a river. So you'll probably be traveling up the river from the city by canoe. And you know that it'll... And none of you have, like, the actual, like, withering part of the death curse, right?
No.
You haven't died and been raised before?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Then we don't have to worry about the fact that it's a couple days journey for you.
Oh,
I mean, Chult is quite large and hard to navigate. But unless there's anything else,
Would my survival knowledge give me any insight as to the best time to travel?
right. So it's a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of thing. Because if you go during the day, it's hotter, and there are less bugs. And if you go during the night, there are more bugs, but still hot. Your journey is actually uneventful, and you arrive. Let's see, in sort of at the designated location at around mid-afternoon. So let me see. Let me just set up a token for you, Gwetheldoin.
I should have one up at the top.
You have like a picture thing. I just need to make it a token.
Okie dokie.
Should just take a second. I forgot to do that.
It's okay.
Is the red ball for passive perception?
I'm using the red ball for HP, so it's a red bar. All right. So can you all see your tokens and have control over them?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yarp.
Okie dokes. So you've arrived here on this sort of jungle terrain clearing on the side of this river. The terrain here is flat, but it is obvious the ground is soggy and soaked with black blood. Rotting flesh and broken bones are strewn throughout the area as well, lying haphazardly among the grasses. Dark, ominous clouds fill the sky, threatening to rain at any moment. There is no wind, and it is very humid. The sun is hidden behind a cloud, and the field is covered in a twilight shadow. What would you all like to do?
Cast Mage Armor.
Question
Okie
for
dokie.
future reference. If there's some sort of heat damage, would my Ring of Fire resistance help me with that?
Certainly anything that says fire damage, yes. From what I've read in other modules, you typically get exhaustion if there's like sort of like a heat effect, and it'll explicitly call out if people with resistance to fire are immune to that effect. So
Okay.
I will let you know.
Having
And-
another character with a magic item that does it, there's actually a separate magical effect that makes high heat, like environment-wise, tolerable.
There is,
Okay.
but that's a lesser magical effect. So a greater magical effect, one would think, would also carry that.
Yep. I mean, if it comes up, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Is there an instrument of the Bards tab on the items tab, just out of curiosity, so I can get that on there?
Which instrument of the bards do you have?
Have a Canis mandolin. So unfortunately, I can't control the weather to make it a bit cooler for us.
It's not in the compendium
Okay, that's all.
as an item.
Since we're here, I'd like to go ahead and just take a look around and see if there's anything of particular note in this area, since there's a whole strewn of bones. Perhaps to see if our elven companion is amongst the deceased.
Sure. And which character are you? Are you Gwenthaldorn?
But I am.
Okay. So you move forward a little bit, and you find scattered amongst the area several small idols carved from black stone in the shape of. Make a religion check. It appears to be some sort of goddess imagery, but no one you recognize.
Oh, well, okay.
It's probably a Chultan god, which is why you might not recognize it.
I've not been here before, so no. But that doesn't stop me from admiring the culture and the imagery, and I'm gonna hold it up to my companions and be like, who's holding the loot? Because I'm not the strong person.
Let me take that real quick.
I toss it on over and I start, looking around the rest of it.
Right. So most of these idols are no bigger than a human finger. One of these idols, the one you tossed, is about the size of a grapefruit and is particularly noteworthy. The larger idol you hold was carved from onyx. The figure's naked body is crouched with a distended belly. The head is a finely carved skull with a trio of sparkling rubies carefully set in its eye sockets and forehead. The rubies blaze with an inner fire. The brighter they glow, the warmer the temperature gets. Suddenly, you hear an eerie clattering. Around you, bones rise, and a sickening red glow infuses them. They merge together to form 4 large horned skeletons wielding sharpened pelvic bones as axes. Everyone can roll initiative.
He did it, not me.
Oh, that's the best initiative ever. If you put up the turn tracker,
Yes, there we go.
Real quick, do any of you arcane castery types have the spell Chromatic Orb?
I do not.
Too bad. I have a spell scroll of Chromatic Orb. I can't use it, but
Anyone with it on their spell list can cast from a scroll.
Yeah, I can cast it if it's on a scroll.
oh,
Though
well
I'd rather scribe it.
Sure, I guess. I don't know. I don't care.
Hey, wait, if it's
After-
consumable, he can actually give it to me after the adventure, and I can do that?
What kind of bugs are these?
These are
These
skeletons that are
large horned skeletons.
And they are big.
Yes, they are bigger than you.
Do you need a separate initiative for my owl?
Nah, we can just do it on your turn.
That's fine. I know the rules say it's supposed to go separately, but I find that annoying.
Okay, here I go. To battle! And I'm going to attack.
All right.
My battle axe swings.
That will hit.
Ouch.
8. Wait. I rolled. Did I roll a 19? I rolled a 19, didn't I?
You did. Are you a champion fighter?
Yep. So this is a critical. And because it's a
Go
critical.
for another D8.
I,
Also, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so as I'm have the savage attack, I will roll another dice. Yeah, plus 9.
Okay.
I'm going to. This went downhill, and now my battle axe is gonna come up across his chest.
That is also a hit.
7.
He still looks fairly whole, but it was quite a fair bit of damage you dealt.
And as a bonus action,
Okay.
I am shoving him.
Okay. Do you have what is that from?
Shield Master
Shield
feat.
Master.
Okay. Go for your check.
It's athletics, right?
Yep.
No, wait. I think I'm confusing. Yes. It's 14.
He resists your shove.
Okay, this is a big.
So Reinhardt, it's your turn. Oh, we lost someone.
I
Oh,
lost
back.
connection. I lost connection in Discord. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. If you are Reinhardt, it is your turn.
I am. 15, 20. I will cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action.
Yep.
And I'll just swing my greatsword, I guess.
That does not hit.
All right.
Up next are the skeletons. They charge. So the one next to Reinhardt, Gamatronus,
Yes.
it will attack Gamatronus with, let's see, its axe made of bone. Does a 14 hit you, Gamatronus?
No, my mighty shield deflected the blow.
All right. The next one charges Reinhardt. Does a 25 hit Reinhardt?
That does.
Jesus.
So you take, actually, you take 22 piercing damage.
Is it magical?
Also, it is not magical.
Okay, so -3.
Okay, and you also need to make a strength saving throw as it rushes you with its horns.
Wait.
You're
Axe is doing piercing damage?
No,
No, it's horns.
Zorn.
Oh.
It's a Minotaur zombie, is what it sounds like.
Yep. You are not pushed away and knocked prone.
Okay, and I'm going to make a Constitution saving throw for Shield of Faith, which is gone.
Uh-oh. The remaining two Minotaurs also charged with their horns. Does a 13 hit Selu?
No.
And does a 19 hit Gwitheldoin?
Yeah, it does. I don't have my cleric level yet.
You take 19 damage, piercing, and you have to make a strength saving throw.
Ouch.
I'm hoping I get pushed, but that's just me.
You are pushed and knocked prone.
You're in the same square, aren't you? Or are you actually pushed
it's
back 10
both.
feet? Oh,
You are
damn.
pushed up to 10 feet away and knocked prone, as you are thrown asunder from the charge of this skeleton. Up next is Gwetheldoin.
I would like to stand up.
Stand away.
I will go ahead and be like, you big, strong, strapping men over there, kind of need to come over here. And fuck, he's undead though, but that doesn't help in this situation. That actually helps them. I am going to take the disengage action.
Okie dokie. If you want to say you're farther away, this area does extend.
No,
So-
I just want to. I want to put Cello between myself and the Minotaurs.
Oh, aren't you
I'm
the
just
happy
saying
fellow?
if you want to be 30 feet more to the south, that's okay.
But before I do that, I'm going to pop up an aura of vitality,
Okay.
and I will heal Dorian for 2d6. So you get 9 healing, and then I will step behind and go, oh, mighty axe smasher, continue to smash, because it's time to smash mouth, and I'll bardically inspire him.
Okay.
And it's a d8, so that'll be my turn. Wait, no, I use my bonus action, so he does not get the bardic inspiration. I'm sorry.
Okie dokie. Up next is Selu.
Okay. Can you describe the terrain a bit?
The terrain is flat but muddy. There are no special considerations. You think you can traverse it fine enough.
I was actually looking for anchor points. Are there like sparse trees or anything like that?
Not for a distance. There are a couple rocks in the area that are about as heavy as you.
And big?
Uh,
I
big
was
enough to
thinking
be
of a
about
web.
as heavy.
I was thinking of a web spell. Are the anchor points
Oh,
there?
I see. There's enough rocks that you can create the like layer across the ground, and it will stay.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast web and web up these two so that they stop charging around.
Can you draw a rectangle for that? 20 feet, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so they don't actually have to be anchored between two solid masses if you layer them across a floor, wall, or ceiling.
Okay. Then I'm dropping it like that, so that they're both caught in it.
You were 5 feet too long on one side, but that's fine.
Sorry, it still catches them both, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Fair enough. Alrighty then. So I cast web.
Yep, that'll affect them at the start of their turn.
And for my move action,
You gotta go back to the cursor mode.
I hate you so much.
I just restrained them.
There's no guarantee.
Get over it. You left the clothy standing in front of the bad guys.
You're better armored than I am.
So if you can, so that will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
If I can find where I put their stat blocks. I'm
Shit.
assuming at 20 hits.
Yes.
$17 slashing damage.
Okay. That cuts through my Fujiwatsi, and I need to make a con save.
Yep. DC 10. You succeed.
There you go. So the web stays up.
Yep. So up next is Gamatronus.
Okay. This log's hard. Let's knock it down. A 13, I suppose it doesn't hit.
13 does hit. They are quite easy targets.
It's a 9.
Yep, 9 damage.
And again, like Conan, I'm hitting his neck.
Again,
Chopping
another
the-
9.
This time it's
You-
only 4.
Oh, yep. Okay, only 4.
And to finish off, I do my shove action.
Okie dokes.
Nah.
He resists.
And I'm
Up
not.
next. Okay, up next is Reinhardt. You are beset on 2 sides.
Well, only one of them hit me, so guess who I'm going after?
All right.
I chant Entfernen Sie diese Sindernis and cast Inflict Wounds.
That will hit.
And yeah, I guess that's the damage. And as a bonus action, I will cast nothing because that's a spell, and I forget that's not a thing. So,
All right.
done. I am done.
It appears to have taken all of that damage. Up next are the Minotaur skeletons. They need to make dex saves.
DC is 15.
2 fails. They are restrained. And they will use their action to attempt to break free. Is that, let's see. Okay, they make strength checks. One of them manages to break free, but that was its action. I imagine that both of you on the bottom moved 30 feet to the south or so.
Yes.
No, I could not because I had to stand up, so I moved around to get behind.
Oh, I see. So you are where you are. Okay.
And I
and-
moved the full distance.
Okay. So this Minotaur skeleton.
If he moves that way, doesn't he get trapped or have to save to trap again? Yeah, there you go.
They only have to make the save once on their turn. So either they start their turn in it, or the first time that they move into it. But it's basically only one opportunity per turn, and he already spent his action, so he will not attack. The other one has already spent his action, can't move, and then the other two will attack Reinhardt and Gamatronus with their axes. So for Reinhardt, 21.
Yep.
For 20 damage. And for Gamatronus, a 22.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. For 17. Let me just send the guy who joined a message so he knows where we are.
Okay.
Oh, he left. Never mind.
Okay.
All right, so that is the Minotaur's turn. Gwetheldoin.
I yell out, "Move away from them!"
But if you move away, then they can charge you again.
I'm like, that's kind of not the.
Guess what I'm probably not doing today?
So I will skirt around the bottom of him to get closer
Sure.
to my companions. Is that a water cliff over there by chance? Or is it just a map?
The over to the left is a river.
Fuck!
Where your canoe is parked. It is not a steep thing. It's just like a foot or two down into the river.
Oh, okay. Not as good as I wanted it to be then. Okay. Well, first things first is I need to create some distance regardless. So, I'm going to, at disadvantage, take my Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Okie dokie.
Assuming a 10 misses.
A 10 misses, 19 hits.
I will push him 10 feet away, up towards the webbing to his companion if I can.
Oh,
okay.
nice!
Yep, I'll put him right there for you.
DC
And
15.
takes 9 damage.
I will move over there, putting my and then I will again Aura of Vitality towards Dorian for another 2d6. So 9 more healing.
Much appreciated.
And I will keep my attempts of concentration up on that. So that will be my turn.
Yep, yeah, and that Minotaur will save for the web on his turn. And so it's your turn.
Okay, well, that changes things. They're having a hard enough time with those two, right? Are the two skeletons they're fighting looking softened up yet, or?
You guys can't see the health bars, right? Only I can see those?
Nope.
No.
Okay, one of them is looking weakened. The other one has taken damage, but looks fairly together still.
Alright, screw this. That same 20-foot cube.
Yep. Oh, some arcane language. Fireball. Okay, just to give you a heads up, that will burn away the web.
Yes, but they will take additional damage from the burning.
Yes, they will. Alright, so they will make dex saves. Left is at disadvantage because it's restrained. So we'll say he fails, and the one on the right also fails. So 2 fails, 21 damage each.
And then whatever the hell web does again.
2d4.
Okie dokes, you can roll that if you want.
On the start of their turn, but just to get it done now.
Alright, they have taken that damage.
But
And the web's gone. Well, it all burned away.
yeah, I know. The wizard, the bard is just looking like, but they were good. Shit.
They did take. It seems like their bones are charred and black, but they are still in fact standing. And I'll assume that you continue to withdraw with your movement.
Yeah, I'll be keeping out of their charge range. So
Yep.
pulled in, I pull out.
You're like 60 feet south of the map at this point. You're starting to hit the tree line. And Gamatronus, it's your turn.
Okay. Enemies don't usually take this long to go down. So for the better. No. Miss.
That is a miss. You can. I believe that as long as you are using your action to attack, you can still do the shove first if you want.
Oh yeah, so they can possibly become prone.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if you want to make that shove now.
Yeah.
Because I think this is like the third or fourth time you've had a crit on your second die.
10.
Oh shit!
You shove him prone.
Come on, baby, light that fire.
Okay, and I'm going to also go for an action surge.
Well, you still have your second attack before your action surge. If you want to see how that goes first.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That is a crit.
Oh, it's a crit?
Yeah, because he's prone, you have advantage.
So it's 9 plus 5. No, it's 9 plus 5. It's 14.
Well, no, the damage would be advantage too, wouldn't it? So it's 6 plus 12?
The 6
No,
plus
that's
12 is for two-handed.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so do you
And
still want to action surge?
he's not dead yet, is he?
He is not dead yet.
And I'm going for the action surge.
Alright. That's another crit.
No!
And with that single attack,
19!
You crack his skull in half. And he's
I
out of
turn
combat.
aside.
You still have a second attack.
Finally!
If you wish to move up.
No, I don't. This is my third.
Yeah,
Sure.
With action
Two
surge, you get a
attacks,
whole
yeah.
nother extra attack. So if you normally get 2 attacks with your action,
Yeah.
action surge gives you another 2.
Oh, nice.
But you don't get your bonus action back.
Yeah. So I move here and I'm going for the gold. Eh.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Damn,
You're so
cool.
pleased with your victory
Yeah.
over the previous skeleton. You're a little distracted. Up next is Reinhardt.
I came too early.
I'm not gonna be fancy. I'm just gonna swing my great sword.
That's
And
a hit.
I'm going to use. That's a hit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For 9, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna swing her again.
War clerics.
Yup.
Both hit. It takes 18 damage.
And that's all I'm gonna do, actually.
All right. Up next are the skeletons.
Yep.
So, they have a movement speed of 40 feet.
Jesus.
Let's see, the Minotaur skeleton on Reinhardt first. Rolls a 24.
Every time, yeah.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm actually going to cutting words that. Oh, actually, he's not being charged, so no, I'm not cutting words that. That's good for the moment.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Save your cutting words for just a second. So you take 16 damage, Reinhardt.
Reduced by 3.
Yep. This Minotaur skeleton charges Gwatheldoin.
Yep. I can't cutting words that, so.
Okay. All right, that's a hit. And did you actually move south of the map, or where you
I moved
were?
closer towards my.
I
moved towards closer towards my companion.
Okay. So that. Yep. Okay. So he only has to move 10 feet to get a charge.
He's got plenty of movement to do that with. Yep.
Oh, man, we already rolled the attack. Sorry.
Could have cutting words those for the wizard though.
$22 damage, piercing, and a strength save.
These guys don't play. Holy crap.
When they get to charge, no, they do not.
Yes, they are giant bull skeletons. And
I do make the con save. I do make the con save though.
You make the con save, you maintain concentration, however, you are thrown prone and backwards 10 feet, which I'm just going to move you there.
Yep.
Let's see. The other skeleton. Silu, I'm just going to move you to a separate area to show that you're like 60 feet back.
Yep, that's fine.
Because the Minotaur takes a dash action and charges right up to you. It is Gwatheldoin's turn.
But because it was a dash, he didn't actually get the charge,
That is correct.
right? Okay.
That is correct, yeah.
I will stand up, look at the bloody wizard who let them loose. I will then shoot a Eldritch Blast at the one by the wizard and the one closer to me. Well, first the one that's by the wizard. So actually doing both at the same time. So
go for it.
One at each.
That's a hit for 6 and a hit for 9.
I will push
So
both
wizard-
of them 10 feet.
Okay.
They didn't fall?
I will then move myself so that way. Well, no. The wizard doesn't move. The Minotaur does, though.
Right. I'm just moving them further away so that we don't get confused on who's where.
Gotcha.
They are just a relative position now. This Minotaur gets pushed back 10 feet. And this Minotaur, let's see, what angle would that be? If you went south and it went south,
It's still good.
be like that.
Yeah, it should be diagonally pushed.
Yeah, so it is out of melee range of Selu.
That's all I can do to help him. I'm standing back up again. And I am so hoping that I need to look after myself for the moment, so I will heal myself for 2d6 at the moment.
Okie dokie.
For 4. And that'll be my turn.
What's the oh, that's a spell you cast earlier, right? Or a
Yep, I
vitality?
have I have 7 more rounds of this.
Cool beans. Okay. Then it's Selu's turn. You have a Minotaur 10 feet away from you.
Yep. And thank you for moving him because now I can magic missile him.
It was a begrudging helping, but yes.
For 12. Is he dead now?
No.
He is not dead, but he looks significantly weaker than before. Some of his bones are cracked and splintered in places. A few of his ribs are missing. And I imagine you will move away from him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you move, and then it is Gamatronus' turn.
Okay. I'll move here first. And then I'm gonna do the shove action.
Oh, jeez, you put poor Dorian right in the way.
Now I'm mad.
Ooh, close. You shove him prone.
And now my metal mighty buttocks will do the work. Pound in the head.
That's another crit.
So it's 20. He's still up.
He is still up.
Another one.
Not with another one of those, though.
Pound! 20 again.
Another crit. Okay, now it's down. Reinhardt, you just see your companion, although he initially whiffed, take 2 solid hits, completely bisecting the rib cage of this Minotaur in front of you, and it is slain.
Oh, thank goodness.
Gamatronus, is there anything you'd like to do with the rest of your movement?
Yeah. So I moved there.
So you use 10, so you have 20 left.
I move here.
Okie dokes. And Reinhardt, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to do 2 things. For my bonus action, I'm going to use my second wind.
Okie dokie. You only have 1 fighter level. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And for the rest, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 here, I am going to... I guess I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
Okie dokes. That'll hit.
Whoa.
For 35 points of damage, it looks like.
Wow. That is enough to down this Minotaur. You look around, all the enemies seem to be killed, and then you notice that your wizard is running away and being chased by a Minotaur about 60 feet to your south.
To our south?
Yep, he's off the map. I had to move him to the north side of the map just to keep groups separate.
I shout at him, run back this way!
I think you have like 10 feet if you want to get started in that direction.
Yeah, it's not so much that I'm
There we go.
running, it's I'm backing up strategically.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, back up strategically this way.
All right. It all comes down to this, though. The Minotaur charges Selu because it has a 40-foot move speed. -17.
-3.
14.
14 is a miss.
Then it misses. Up next is Guathodon.
I will shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at him. Each one, if they
Both hit.
pushing 20 feet combined. And then healing Dorian for another 2d6. So 7. Alrighty, that is my turn.
He's now 20 feet south of Selu, off to the other south of the map. So I apologize for the wrapping, but it is what we need to do. Selu, it's your turn. You have a Minotaur 20 feet away from you.
I really hope this is the only encounter for today. Damn it, wrong thing.
I've still got 7, 8. I got 9 spell slots left.
13 in magic missiles.
With that, you pulverize this Minotaur. All the Minotaurs are dead.
Jesus.
Jesus, great. Okay, so let's take a short rest, folks.
I have 5 more rounds of healing to do.
Huh? Okay.
Or vitality, so I have 5 more rounds of healing to work off of this.
Oh, okay.
It's broken. So 4 more for you, Dorian.
Awesome, thank you.
My turn for some healing. My turn for some healing. And who else is hurt?
Who'd the 11 go to? You?
The 11 went to you.
Oh, cool, thanks.
So who is holding the onyx statue?
I am.
Who's I?
Selu.
Okay. As you're walking back to the rest of your companions, traveling northward, you realize that. Let's see here. As you catch your breath after the battle, you notice that the bones you have just defeated are still moving. They twitch and jump in tiny spasms, moving ever so slowly to the northeast.
Towards me.
No, you are to the south, to the northeast. Additionally, you, as you move to the north, you notice that the idol that you are holding, or is in your pocket or whatever, is getting slightly warmer, and the gems have started to glow a little bit.
Oh. Well, here you go, Bard. You wanted this back, right?
No, actually, I think the wizard wanted it for sacrificing the healer.
Is there some place where this thing looks like it belongs here?
In terms of like a socket or an altar or something, you don't see anything of the sort. There are these piles of rubble. You sort of poke around. If you want to move yourself around on the map to show me where you are searching.
Well, can I make an Arcana check to figure this thing out?
Can you make me a religion check?
Oh, I don't roll that nearly as well. Okay.
So, you actually had just been learning some of this while you were in Port Nyanzaru, but this appears to be a Chultan goddess, Nang Nang, the neutral evil trickster goddess of cruelty, is the figure that this statue depicts. It appears to have some minor magical properties, but it doesn't, in your wizardly knowledge, it doesn't seem something super crazy.
Okay. Right. Well, we're taking a short rest first, right?
I'm not sure that's a great thing to do here, given the fact that the bones are moving towards a place where they might reassemble.
Yeah, let's go.
I use second wind.
I'll ritual cast alarm to give myself back 2 temporary hit points.
That's still a lot of time, bro, with the bones moving. We should probably go check towards the northeast where they're going to see if maybe there's a place that it belongs there.
Yeah.
Okay.
To battle!
So as you move, you realize that corresponding with your movement, the idol seems to be getting either slightly warmer or cooler.
It's a hot potato. This is
Great.
a game I've been
playing hot and cold. Awesome.
Yes.
All right. So getting warmer.
To the right.
Hot and cold.
My clothes warmer. Am I clothes warmer? Am I clothes? You're there.
So yeah, we play hot and cold until we find out.
Okay.
To go.
So would you like to move on the map?
Try over here.
Warmer. 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 Oh, it's getting warm now. Still warmer. Colder. About the same. Warmer. Oh, look at that. You have found a concealed stairway. It seems it was hidden under the sort of this muddy plain, under a trap door. It leads into the ground. And as you catch your breath after the battle, we already read that one. Oh, you get inspiration.
All of us?
Whoever was holding the idol.
Oh, that guy.
That would be me. Okay.
Let's see. At the bottom of this stone stairway, which isn't terribly long, maybe like 20 feet underground, there is a trap door going down.
I would like to inspect it for traps.
It is built out of sturdy bamboo that has been lashed together with reeds. It has a ruby-encrusted skull as the handle. Can you make me an investigation check? Search for traps.
Oh. Okay, so it seems fine.
You don't see any like slots or holes where like poison needles could come out.
So as per my squishy nature, I look at the other two male wearers and I'll be like, it looks fine. Please go ahead.
Okay. I'll descend down the stairs first, because fuck all.
Down the trapdoor.
Yep, down the trapdoor.
Okay.
Let's go!
As you open the trapdoor and peer into the chamber below, an icy chill crawls up your spine. Everywhere you look, you see the skulls and bones. You see skulls and bones arranged in intricate columns and archways, built to venerate a goddess of the dead. The only source of light are the red glowing eyes that mystically burn, casting a bloody aura throughout the chamber. Hold on just a second as I move you all. All right, so I will describe this chamber. It appears to be, you don't see the bit in the middle. The bit in the middle is hidden by the dark gray line, which is a wall. This appears to be a circular hallway with 4 alcoves. And additionally, as you opened the trap door, a cacophony of bits of metal and stone fall out of a hidden compartment, clattering around the chamber.
That was clumsy. Maybe it was poor structural integrity.
It appears like there was a box on the bottom of the trapdoor that when the trapdoor is opened would dump its contents onto the floor.
Were the contents anything interesting?
I don't know, you can search through them.
Okay, I do so.
They are not. But while you're doing that, what
So
are the rest
just
of you doing?
with this ruckus, I stand out and say, "Anybody home?"
Your voice echoes a bit and returns back to you.
Where did you go, boys?
I would like to look around the walls for any sort of writing.
Any sort of what? Oh, writing? So you continue around. That was Guetheldoin?
Yeah, I'm not moving far from the party. I just want to see if there's anything,
Right.
in the immediate, because I am squishy as fuck.
So you make it 20 feet away from the party, which hopefully isn't too far for you,
Nope.
and you see what appears to be an altar with a body on top of it. It also appears like the altar on the right also has a body on top of it, if you were to get closer.
I would like to inspect it.
Yeah, so let's see. The first altar. This body is totally desiccated, as if every bit of moisture was drained from it. The skulls on the middle wall across from it, there, are damp.
So what happens if I take a little bit of my water skin and just pour some water on the body?
The skulls comprising of this wall, right next to Reinhardt, that wall gives way into a small chamber, about 10 foot square, which is that chamber right there.
So by pouring the water on it, that caused that to happen?
It appears so.
But there's still another wall beyond that, right? Yep. Okay.
That is correct.
I would like to go up to that wall and take a look at that wall.
I'm going to... This looks symmetrical, so I'm moving to the next one.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, skulls shifted aside to reveal the chamber. Inside Gwethedoin, this chamber that you just walked into, you find a pool of still water. This pool is filled with water, and another skull rests at the bottom of it.
I would like Dorian's behind me.
Yep.
I would like to mage hand the skull.
As you remove the skull from the pool, it glows, and the inner and the outer rings shift slightly.
That's it.
That is all that happens.
I hand the skull to Dorian.
All right, I'll take it.
Let us go meet up with everybody else. Because that's creepy.
Yeah, let's do that.
And it seems that Gemetros went for a little stroll.
Right, so the altar that you are next to, Gamatros, this altar is still mostly the body on this second altar is still mostly intact, but it is totally hairless. The skulls on the middle wall across from it are still covered with hair and facial hair.
Okay. So I move closer to it. I pick some of my ball hairs and put it in the body.
Oh, jeez!
As you do,
Oh,
what happens?
the elf has pubic hair for the first time.
The chamber behind you opens.
This isn't an elf body, is it?
It is not an elf body.
Okay. So I say, hey! Something opened over here.
In this chamber, it's plain to see that this room has not been used in some time. It seems that this area is once dedicated to the art of weaving. And woven with, it appears that various items of clothing in partial construction made from hair have been started to be created in this room. And amidst the webbing of hair and thread, you see a skull.
That one's all you, Dorian. Or Gemetros.
Don't mix us up. One of us is a dwarf. The other one is 6'6".
So I mage hand the skull over to Gamatronus.
So Gamatronus, you see the skull rip itself free of the thread and come straight for you. But the mage hand is visible, so you see the mage hand. That'd be so much more fun if you were an arcane trickster.
It's coming to me.
It's coming for you.
A disembodied hand has just brought this skull
I lift up.
to right in front of you.
I lift up my hand with my 2 fingers pointed, so that when the skull arrives, my 2 fingers go into the eye sockets and grab it.
They do indeed.
Can I cast Minor Illusion to make the skull start to speak to him?
You may create a sound with Minor Illusion.
Give it to me, Daddy.
I look at the skull and I look closely and I turn to the other guys. I shall not drink anymore today.
Hallelujah, he's cured. Moving forward now.
So your MacGuffin sees a third altar. It is totally intact, but is completely pale and drained of blood, even though it appears to be a native Chalton with dark skin. The skulls across from it are red, dripping with blood.
Hey, Gwentheladon? You're still bleeding. Go bleed on that corpse.
You know, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen?
You
I
make
can
a
think
mess.
of lots of things.
I can do it. My hemorrhoids have been flaring lately.
You know what? That sounds great. You can go ahead and proceed.
Oh, come on, Gwentheladon. No guts, no glory.
As a servant of the Lady of Joy, I am not one to go ahead and prohibit the other from having some fun.
That sounds like an excuse to me.
Gamitronus isn't having fun. It looks logical to him.
All right, so
move here.
Gamatronus.
I put my hand in my ass, get some blood action going, and I smear it on the suck body.
As you do, the
Even the babies cry.
The corpse sort of shudders a bit, and it gets a terrible face, as if it is thoroughly disgusted. And the wall across from you opens up. It stops moving, frozen in that terrible face forever.
And it makes the sound, "Mommy, Daddy, touch me."
I lift up my fingers and wait.
Let's see. In this one, this room is filled with red idols of the same death goddess as the onyx idol. A shallow 6-inch trench is filled with blood and borders the chamber. A skull sits at the bottom of the trench.
And it comes flying up towards Gamatronus again.
Okay. You see a hand that looks like Gwytheldoin's, but not connected to him, dip into the bloody trench and pull out a dripping skull. As it does, like the others you have before, it starts glowing, and the inner and outer rings shift slightly again. And Reinhardt and MacGuffin, over at the fourth altar, this body is totally skeletal with no flesh at all. The skulls on the middle wall across from it are covered in flabby, drooping flesh.
I take some of the flesh off and put it on the body.
These skulls are hard to carry. I'm making a necklace.
So you take a dagger or something and you cut a bloody chunk of this flesh off of one of the skulls, and you put it back on the body. And the skulls open their walls to reveal another chamber.
The clitoris is found.
And in this chamber, the fires of sacrifice burn hot. When lit, the fumes of the charnel house reek for miles. A blackened skull burns within the fire.
I give that one to Dorian.
I'll take
Okay.
it.
It's
I'm not
a little
picking
bit
up
of
that one.
a hot potato. This magic mage hand drops it into your gauntlets, and it's all fine for like 10 seconds, and then you're like, oh my god, this is hot, and you drop it.
Wait, I'll hold on to it. I got fire resist.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, you hold on to it. The leather beneath your gauntlets gives off a little bit of smoke, but it seems to not bother you at all.
Who brought bacon?
And with that, the inner and outer chambers shift again, and you notice that through this hallway, a central chamber has been revealed.
Dun dun dun.
After you, good sirs, with the skulls.
All right.
Actually, hold on just a second. Don't move your tokens.
Okay.
I feel an initiative roll coming on.
I just have to make sure if there is or isn't, because I haven't read all the way through this yet. The circular chamber has no furnishings or markings except for a skull-shaped rune etched into the floor. There are 5 large rubies set into the floor. Each inert ruby represents one tooth of the runic skull, as drawn on the floor there. Additionally, 5 bodies litter the floor. One is an elf, matching the description of the person you were looking for, wearing a jeweled medallion. As you watch, in horror, 3 rubies float off of the floor and embed themselves into the foreheads of 3 of the corpses. The rubies glow fiercely, and the crumpled bodies rise and moan. So now you may all roll initiative.
So we're playing Diablo now, is what we're playing here.
Something of that sort. Oh wait, let me clear initiatives first.
Good, because I rolled for MacGuffin instead of myself. Go ahead, Bard, charge.
The bard wants to go, like, I wish there was a way to take away my initiative modifier most of the time.
You can have my -1.
The wizard and the bard want to go first.
It's hard to control, it's hard to be a controller if you're going first. And it's either you want to go first or you want to go last. That's the either. I want either end of the spectrum.
Okay, so up first is Gwetheldoin. You are not terribly surprised as you just unveiled this new chamber and there are undead inside.
Well, I've got some really great warriors in front of me. How close together are they?
This is real distances at this point. 25 feet.
That's a 20-foot cube, right? Maybe a little bit less?
That is a little bit less, but that certainly covers all of them.
Baby, you light my fire. I would like to set the room into a glowing fairy fire. Oh, okay. Oh,
Two
come
successes.
on! Alright, well, there's fairy fire there, and I'm going to look at
What color?
my bloodthirsty dwarf friend with his necklaces. It seems that you will be able to satiate your hemorrhoids with additional bloodshed for the day, with a bardic inspiration for him.
All right.
And I will step out of the way to clear the path for them.
What?
I was on the wrong tool set. Yep. And that is my turn.
All right. So one white is currently glowing green. The other corpses and rubies on the floor are also glowing green because they do not get dex saves. And up next is Selu.
Okay. I'm going to borrow his 20-foot square there
Mm-hmm.
and cast web.
Mm-hmm. You cast web. And anything else in your turn?
Nope. I'll stay out here, thank you.
That is one failure and two successes.
Wow, they really are tough, aren't they, bastards?
That's only a +2 dex save. They've just been rolling really well.
Yes, everything's been rolling really well.
They've been
I
dying
don't know
for
what to
this
tell you
moment.
there.
They've been dying for this moment.
Unless, since I'm a plus subscriber to Roll20, they make all my rolls better.
I think it is. I think
You get the
bribed them.
premium random generator. All right, so the white to the south is restrained and fully within these webs. If you want to shift those webs so that there's more webs between you and them, that's fine.
Yeah, move it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yep. So then these whites.
These what?
Never mind. No, nothing in particular.
Friendly undead creatures that have been
Friendly
trapped
undead
here
creatures.
who are happy for us to be here.
Right.
So one of them makes it there. Because it had to travel through some squares. Actually, there. And this one moves out as well, and it extends its hands to Selu. But a 10 does not hit you.
Not even a little bit.
You dodge away. And the white to the south attempts to break free. And it does so. Let's see. Restrained means its speed is 0, right?
Yes.
Okay. But since it is no longer restrained, it has speed.
I would actually like. I'd like to cutting words that
Cutting words, the
ability check.
Yep, it is an ability check, so you may do so.
So 15.
15 is his DC, so it still passes. Yep. Close. It moves out of the webs, but it takes all of its movement. Up next is Gamatronus.
Very well. I move here. How much is the Bardic Inspiration dice?
It is a D8, and you have advantage on it because it is glowing like a Christmas tree.
Awesome. So I have advantage to hit the guy.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna shove him. $15.
He rolls a 21.
Oh, Christ.
I think
He
the
dodges
GM
out of the
cheating.
way. What was that?
I think the GM wrote his own macro script to roll with.
He wrote the anti-Will Wheaton script, yes.
I mean, you can read exactly what macro I'm typing in every time. It is
Okay.
1d20 plus 2.
Okay,
Going through
so
her read,
I'm going with my battle axe and using the inspiration.
You don't have to use the inspiration until you do before or after. It's
Yeah,
before
see, you can roll first, and if you
Okay.
think you're close, that would be an appropriate time to use it.
Yeah,
Probably a good time
I
to
need
use
it.
that.
12 does not hit. Or see, so you can take the inspiration if you want.
Yeah,
Forget I
I'll
told
take
you the quote-unquote results. All right, so an 18 does hit. So you deal 5 slashing. Is it a magic battle axe?
No.
Then it does not appear to be fully effective. Its skin appears unnaturally tough.
That's good. And I go for
And
that.
your second attack?
And can I go full dodge for my second one?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's you. You're using your action
Yeah.
to take the attack action, and you just get the extra as part of it.
21
hits and 9 slashing. All right. Up next is Reinhardt.
Alright, I would like to first cast Magic Weapon on my weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll move up to the closest one here. And swing with my greatsword.
Can we pack them all in the fireball formation, please?
Probably not.
I mean, they are in a fireball formation of a sort, because fireball is huge. Reinhardt would also be in the fireball.
It would be
Actually, wait, no. Maybe.
it's 21 and 10. 21 to hit 10 damage.
Then that hits, and you deal 10 damage.
Giggity. Let's see what my turn.
And Glyph will join.
Gweth will go ahead and fire an Eldritch Blast at the one. 2 Eldritch Blasts at the one in the rear.
Which one in the rear? Oh, actually,
This one.
Reinhardt, can you roll another? You did have advantage, but you didn't crit. Okay, so that works fine.
Can you push the one in front of me?
Yeah, the one in front. A is next to the wizard, and B has fairy fire. If that changes your mind.
I'll shoot one at each of them then. First one at
Okay.
at the green one.
Go for it. That hits.
And push him 10 feet. And then the one in the rear. To push him back into the webbing.
It does push him back into the webbing.
And that will be my turn.
All right, Cello, it's your turn.
Okay. Can you move that square to the right for 5 feet?
Are you recasting web, or what are you doing?
No. It would be fireball, but
Oh, I see. Okay.
You'll hit all of them. They're within 20 feet of a center
right.
spot.
No, I'm not recasting web. Yeah, I'm gonna just fireball them.
Yeah. So the web burns away. They are all affected by a fireball. But it only deals extra damage to the one in the middle of the chamber because the other two were on the outskirts of the web.
Yep. That's
so
fine.
you can roll your damage.
Roll shitty.
30 damage is higher than average.
So the one in the middle of the web fails. Fail, and the southern one passes. So
Okay.
30 damage.
And the one in the middle takes the additional 3.
Okie dokie. The white that was previously just magically on fire is now actually on fire and is fully consumed. The white in the center of the chamber is struggling to stand. Is that your turn? Any movement? Okie dokes. So the whites will charge forward.
Meat shields, block. Because they're really not going to be happy with me.
So one of them will attack Reinhardt. I imagine an 18 hits and an 8 misses.
The 18 would actually miss based off what's on below.
Oh, Reinhardt, what is your AC? Or Dorian, rather, sorry. I wasn't sure what your character went by, so I just named your token Reinhardt. Hello? Who was playing Dorian again?
Sorry, contending a screaming. I will as soon as I
Yeah.
get some.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll just look at your sheet. Yeah, that misses. Okay. It's actually not your turn yet, Dorian. Sorry, I was just asking for your AC, but that's fine. We'll hold that for you in just a second. Yeah, no worries. So the second white against Gamatronus. I imagine a 15 does not hit.
No. Do not touch me, you decrepit thing.
All right. So up next is Gamatronus' turn.
Okay, let's do the shove. $19.
It is shoved. Prone.
Now the X comes down.
That's a hit.
That's a crit. Sorry, I have to roll 2 more.
Are you sure? It looks like you rolled 17.
Oh yes. You're right. That's 11. I'm rolling for the second strike. Now it's a crit.
That's a crit. Yeah.
17.
Okay. All right. It appears to be significantly weakened now. Now, Dorian, it's your turn.
Okay.
And so you have your great sword attack, which hit.
Sure. That was 13 points of damage.
Plus 1 for your magic weapon.
Oh,
right?
14 points of damage, yeah. And
13 or 14. It is now dead.
Oh, cool. And then this one right here, I'm going to swing out as a bonus action.
Okie dokie. 13 misses.
I was going to say I'm going to use my
God's blessing.
Channel Divinity to add a plus 10 to that.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
24 plus 13 damage.
Oh, 24, yep. That'll definitely hurt it a lot.
He's prone, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the other thing was
He already
9.
hit it.
Oh yeah, so, 13, 9. Okay.
Up next is Gwetheldoin. This white is at the near the brink of collapse.
It needs to go ahead. If it's immune to charm, it automatically succeeds on the save. I believe is this one.
It succeeds on its save.
Oh, well, it'll still take 8 points of psychic damage.
Its head explodes.
I have the power to move you.
You see the dusty remains of what was its brain come tumbling out of its ears.
We call that. I
And
blew
with
its
that-
mind.
With that, you see no more corpses moving. What would you all like to do?
You fucked his brains out.
I would real quick like to know what I missed when you were calling my name. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no worries. It attacked you, and I wasn't sure if I hit you or not. I rolled an 18, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So let us take a look at this now slightly burnt elf corpse, considering it was fireballed.
Yeah, so
It's more than a bit slight.
you see in the bodies of each of the whites the gems that rose up from the skull motif in the center of the room. These rubies are quite large. You think that selling them would give you 500 gold pieces each per ruby.
Nifty.
Additionally, the death idol that you found earlier is also worth a lot of money.
But there's the bringing its and the bones that it can follow with it to city, right?
It appeared that the bones were not following the idol, but they were sort of tumbling towards the trapdoor.
Okay.
And I'll just fast forward a little bit. As you all exit this chamber,
So
it appears like the bones have stopped.
the next two rubies cannot be removed.
They can. You recover a total of 5 rubies.
Oh, okay.
They pry up easily enough from the floor.
Can we also recover the ruby-encrusted doorknob?
That's a good question.
I'm going to chop it off with my hand axe.
You do so.
And because it's not listed as treasure, it crumbles to dust.
Yeah, basically. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very precise removal, and you realize that it was just red glass
Oh,
as it shatters.
good to know. What about the skulls we picked up from those altars earlier? Or were
They appear
those
to be, while they had some magic in them previously, they do not have any magic in them now, and although one of them has like hair, the other ones seem relatively mundane and not worth any money.
Okay, so we scour the place for anything else.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention as well that you guys would have obviously picked up on is one of the whites, the body of the elf lady, was carrying 4 potions of greater healing.
Nice.
Oh, one for each of us.
Nice.
Yep.
Which is quite coincidental. It actually specifies 4, not like 1 for every party member. So A+ on choosing the correct party size, I guess.
Woot.
So you all return back to Port Yanzuru
With the elf body.
and talk to Pazana, and she pays you the remaining 150 gold of the promised reward. Additionally, in returning the medallion, Koftov, to Clevin, anyone who is a faction member of the Lord's Alliance receives 1 renown.
Yes. Wait, is that also a secret mission completed?
No.
No,
Fucking no.
not even close.
What?
So let me just do some math for you.
What, you mean this? Oh, this thing that we were all told to go do doesn't count as a secret mission?
No.
This was
I'm-
an explicit non-secret mission.
No, I mean, like, what do I have? The rest of my question was, what do I have to do to complete a secret mission? Because it's all I need to.
Okay, so
Certain modules have
Yeah.
secret missions specified in them for certain factions. You just need to stumble on the right module that has one and complete it successfully.
Lovely.
I just wonder
Alright,
if
'cause of-
this is gonna be a good vice.
DM, since you're here, and I also have to make a performance check.
Okay, for what?
I am an acting troupe. I have acting troupe membership, and so I must spend 3 downtime days between adventures, and I must make a performance check.
Okay.
Depending upon the role, will determine the outcome. So 23 would mean I earn 1d4 times 10 gold pieces.
All right, you can roll that if you want.
So
You
30
get
gold
13
pieces.
gold. Yep. You all receive 1,000 XP. I'll type out the rewards in just a second.
Nifty. Oh shit! I need to find an NPC real quick.
Okay, Cleven's standing right there. What do you need?
Great. I need to give him a wedgie, I guess,
What?
I'm sorry, why?
because I have a personal secret mission and I'm 6 for 6 so far. I need one NPC to call me an asshole in every adventure.
Okay. That is certainly worthy of that title. You do this, and he is quite upset. Needless to say, the rest of your party members are also shocked, and he's like, "What is wrong with you? Get out of my store!"
Do I know this?
Terrible.
Do I know this
Is he-
secret mission?
I
If he-
probably would not have communicated this to anybody as of yet. Also, he still didn't call me an asshole, so I have to do
So
something else.
I would help.
Sure.
He definitely calls you an asshole. He refers to you as such for any other further encounters that you have with him, as if it was your first and middle and last names.
I knew it! He's surrounded by assholes!
7 for 7. Oh.
What was the point of that?
Well, like the first mission I played with this character.
Wait,
he has
are you the only person who's Lord's Alliance?
I may actually be.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, that might. Well, I suggest. Oh dear, that was your faction representative in this
Oh,
fine
shit.
city.
congratulations!
But we can say that you did it to someone else instead.
Yeah, I'll do it to a random bar patron just for no reason.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I'll
All
shove
right.
them out of their chair and sit in it and
Okay.
take their table.
You all are carousing at a bar, celebrating your successful mission, and you just straight up shove some dude out of a chair, and he calls you an asshole.
Great.
He's with tears in his eyes. It looks like his day is ruined.
And then I scream, "Bar fight!" and I start punching everything.
Okay.
Oh, someone is going to jail. I pretend not to know them.
I walk out of the
Yep.
bar.
All right. I'll imagine after a day in either the drunk tank or hiding in alleyways away from the guard, you all reconvene. Do you all want to do another one of the missions?
Yeah,
Sure,
sure.
but can you lay out the gold for us?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to hit enter.
Also,
There you go.
your DCI.
I will tell the party now about my personal secret mission to be called an asshole at the beginning or end of every adventure.
Okay.
Because it's worked so far. It's good luck.
And we each get a potion of greater healing.
Yep. That seems like the easiest way to split it up. Certainly.
And can you your DCI information?
Yep, I will get that to you in just a second.
On another scene note, the first mission I did, this character has an 8 charisma, so kind of playing him, one of the NPCs called him an asshole. And during that mission, I had 1 HP left because of the fucking monsters, and the next attack roll would have killed me, and they rolled a 1. And because of that, I was able to kill the monster and res everybody. So since then, it has been my secret mission to get called an asshole in every mission.
All right.
So here's a question, because the stupid certificate does not cover this setup.
Okay.
In season 2 with the cloaks, it was on the first one where it was split up into 5 mini adventures. It still all counted as once. You could only gain 1 rank of cloaks for the entire thing. I'm assuming I don't get to make performance check for each one of these.
I mean, if you want to spend the downtime,
It's not a may. It says between adventures. So this also counts as a adventure. Yes, technically.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure. As long as we're still playing it. I mean, it comes as one module. It is coded as one module.
So then I don't. Okay. Sad pandas.
Do you want more? Because on the same, I mean, it can go either way, right? Because it's one module, but
I get the
there's
feeling I'd be looked
a
at funny
separate
for
reward
it.
page for. I mean, is the only thing you can get from it gold?
Once I have generated 200 gold pieces of ticket sales, I may gain advantage on a charisma-based skill check once per non-combat encounter with another person who has seen or can understand my work.
And then does it reset after that, or?
No, it is a permanent feature of the character.
Well, it's going to happen sooner or later. So if you want to roll after each one of these missions,
I'm cool.
that's totally fine.
I need to stockpile some downtime days, actually.
Yeah, I can imagine how taking 3 out of every 5 would do that to you.
Okay, guys, I'll have to leave. But
Yeah, it was nice playing with you.
Great session. Keep going at it. Bye.
Have a good one.
See you around.
So
Okay,
is our table
so-
down to